So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil 19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the MAFEX Medicom toy, ROBOCOP. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at the box. So we do get a basic style box when it comes to MAFEX. So we do get the one right there on the front of the box. On the top to say ROBOCOP, like how it did with the original movies. On the bottom we do get a cool image of the figure. It says ROBOCOP action figure MAFEX number 67 and Medicom toy. And then here is the bottom of the box with the barcode a little bit below, so if nobody cares about. And then here is the top of the box, says ROBOCOP once again. Then the one side of it also says ROBOCOP with a cool image of the figure. Then the other side of the box does have another really badass image of the ROBOCOP figure. Then the back of it does show a bunch of really cool poses you can get the figure into, along with most of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and hop in a time machine and take a trip into the 80s. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and this is definitely the best aspect to this figure. MAFEX just killed it with the paint and sculpt. I think the helmet looks great, the face sculpt turned out really nice, clean paintwork all throughout it, and I love the subtle blue and purple they added all throughout the silver. It just really gives this figure a nice touch. The helmet just looks dope, man. The black visor going on there, some nice sculpt. You can see it says Police 001 on the side of the helmet there. We get some more of that purple paint on the back. That looks pretty cool. Really nice job on the helmet. That's the coolest thing I think about this old school ROBOCOP. The way his helmet looks, just looks awesome. And then the torso here, we get some very nice sculpt and paint all throughout it. You can see the subtle purple and blue here and there throughout the silver. The black looks great with all the sculpt work around the midsection. Same with on the shoulders. Those pieces look pretty cool. This piece looks dope. It's very nice tiny sculpt detail all throughout it. And then the back, some more nice sculpt work. We get the subtle blue like in the center right there. And then the arms turned out really good too. You can see that blue and purple mixed around there. Some more of the purple down there. Just nice sculpt all throughout it. And you can tell this is very old school, like 80s like. Now for the legs, you can see the subtle blue and purple once again in certain spots. And just nice sculpt all throughout the silver. You can see it says Police 001 on the thigh right there. The sides of it look nice, so I like the sculpt all going through right there. Knee joints look pretty good. You can't really tell. It kind of like blends in since he is like a cyborg. Lower legs look good too. Get that purple paint. And I like the way these look. The pistons, I believe they're called. And they're both where it connects to the leg and the ankle there, or the heel. They're both on ball pegs, which is pretty cool. And then the feet turned out really nice too. Very nice sculpt and paint. And he does have some heft to him, but I don't believe he has any die-cast metal. I could be mistaken, maybe he does, but I don't believe he has die-cast metal. But it feels like a really solid figure. Like, I don't think anything's going to break on me with this figure or anything like that. But overall, I think MAFEX just destroyed it with the detail on this ROBOCOP, and they definitely couldn't have done any better of a job when it comes to the paint and sculpt. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we get a bunch of awesome stuff included with this ROBOCOP. So first and foremost, we do get a MAFEX stand, which we get with all their figures. We have the base, the arm or the leg, and then the clamp, and does have the basic stand articulation. So we do get that. And then we also get 3 interchangeable faces and 2 alternate helmets. And for the faces, starting on the left, we do get the basic stern-looking face, which does come on the figure out of the packaging. And then in the middle, we do get the more angry type face, which is my favorite out of the 3. And then finally on the right, we do get the face where he is talking. And they did an excellent job with the paint and sculpt throughout all 3 faces, and I'm going to show you how to swap them out in a second, but let's take a look at the helmets now. And starting on the left for the helmets, we do get the non-battle damaged one, which does come on the figure out of the packaging. Then the one on the right there, we do get the battle damaged one, and you only see the battle damage on the left side right there. And it's just pretty much painted on, and you see a couple bullet holes sculpted in there, and it looks pretty damn awesome. I really love the battle damage pieces with this ROBOCOP. We get some great sculpt and paint throughout both of them. I'm going to show you how to swap these along with the faces right now. And the way you swap the helmet and faces is really simple. The figure is also included with instructions on how to swap everything. So all you got to do is just pull up on the helmet. Sometimes the head will pop off. I mean, when you're first trying to take everything off, it is a little stuck, so you have to use a little force to get the helmet and face off. So you just pull up on the helmet, then pull forward with the face here. It's kind of hard to get the face off. There we go. And then you take the new face and just peg that in like so. Take the battle damaged helmet, And then there you go, as simple as that. So we do get the faces and the helmet, and then we also get his interchangeable battle damage chest piece. We do get an alternate hip piece with the holster of his gun. We do get his gun, and then we do get a blast effect. So we'll take a look at the blast effect and the gun first here. And the gun looks dope. Definitely one of my favorite accessories. It's just molded in a black plastic. It's more glossy up by the barrel, and then by the handle it's more of like a matte color, but very nice sculpt all throughout it. And the only trigger finger hand he has does not grip onto it well, which is a bit disappointing. Then we do get the blast effect here, which is a very nice yellow translucent plastic. It's a little bit darker at the edges right there, which looks pretty cool. It has some very nice sculpt all throughout it, and the way you get it on, you just pretty much peg it onto the top of the gun, and then there you go. As simple as that, and it looks pretty cool once you have it on with the gun. And for anybody who wants to see how loose the gun is, you can see right there, he really doesn't hold it well. I mean, you could still hold it in poses, but it's just annoying that he doesn't grip onto it tightly. So we do get that, and then we do get the chest piece, and then the thigh piece. So for the battle damage chest piece, this is definitely one of my favorite accessories. I love the purple coloration all throughout it. The battle damage looks sick all throughout it. It's dented on the right side there, like another dent there. It's just all banged up and with bullet holes and everything, and it just looks great. Really nice job on this alternate piece here, and I'm going to show you how to swap it out shortly. So we do get that, then we do get the alternate thigh piece, which is his holster for his gun. Now this is the back of it, and damn you, and this is the front of it right here, and I'm going to show you how to put it on in a second, but it has some very nice sculpt and paint with that very nice light purple and blue all throughout it, and we get a little bit of the purple on the top on this side as well. And you holster the gun right in here, which I'll show you how to do all this right now. And the way you swap out the chest piece and the thigh piece is also pretty simple. I do have an issue with my battle damage chest piece to get it on, so it's just magnetized. There's two magnets in there. Mine wasn't glued on, so it pops off with the chest. I just gotta pop it right back in there. I'm gonna have to glue it back on, but you have two little tabs on the top here, so you're supposed to tab them in at the shoulders right there, and then you just push down. But mine's doesn't like fully connect on there. See how it is on the side right here, and it, even when I tab it in, it's like it's not lined up properly. I think maybe these little pieces on the side is what's preventing it from going in. I don't know if it's not lined up properly or something. I mean, I can get it on there and it looks fine, but it's not on there perfectly, and sometimes I am a perfectionist, so that does bother me. So that's how you get the chest piece on. Now the thigh piece is really simple to do. You just pull out on the thigh piece that's already on there. Now you take this piece here that has the holster for the gun, and you have two pegs right there, and the pegs are right here, as you can see. So you just slide it right in there like that. Then you take the back piece here and you just peg it in at the top and the bottom right there. So you just do that, and then there you go, as simple as that. And to get the gun in, you just tab it right in. Whoops, I missed it. You just slide it right in here and it stays right in there, and somehow this is giving me trouble. There we go. And then there you go, you have the gun holstered on there, and it looks dope once you have the battle damage and that piece on there. Just such cool accessories to include with this RoboCop. So we do get that stuff, and then we finally get 7 alternate hands. And starting on the right, we do get a pair of open hands, which do come on the figure out of the packaging, and all the hands are very simple to swap out. Then we do get a pair of fists. We do get a right trigger finger hand, a left pointing finger hand. Then we do get this right hand with that spike tool on it that he does use in the movie, and it does suck that he doesn't grip onto his gun tight enough with the trigger finger hand. It's a bit of a loose fit, so that is a little disappointing, but we'll get some great sculpt throughout all 7 hands, and they are like a glossy black. But anyway, that is all the awesome accessories included with this RoboCop. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of this half machine, half man, to the very top of his helmet, it looks like he's just shy of 6.5 inches tall. And then here he is compared to some other cyborg-like characters. The Dassin model Genos, the Mafex Cyborg, and the SH Figuarts Bucky and Android 16. And I feel like this RoboCop scales really well with other figures. And then here he is compared to the ESH Monster Arts Predator Wolf, the ESH Figure Arts Mark 50 Iron Man, and the NECA Original Movie TMNT Raphael, and the Predator Dutch. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectible Sub-Zero, the ESH Figure Arts Sage Mode Naruto, the MAFEX Tactical Suit Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the ESH Figure Arts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, some points are pretty good while other points really aren't that good, and I believe it's because of how the character is designed. They couldn't work in specific points of articulation good on this figure, if you know what I mean. So we do have a double ball peg on the neck right here, so you can get RoboCop to only look up about that much, which isn't the greatest, but not too bad. He does look down really good, and this piece right here, you have to tuck it under that piece, so you can get him to look down a little bit better. Pretty good pivot there, and then of course we do get swivel, and you can move it all around a little bit, so you get alright movement at the neck right there. Then we do get a point of articulation at the abdomen and then at the waist. There is no articulation where the silver meets with the black. There's a point right here, you can see the line, and then at the waist. So with both joints, you can get RoboCop to go forward a decent amount actually. You have to get the top part over this piece in the waist in order to get him to go forward a little bit more. It is a softer rubbery type plastic. Then going back, he actually goes back a lot. I didn't realize he went back that far. So decent forward and back movement. And then the pivot here, really nice pivot actually. So you can get some pretty good pivot with RoboCop. And then of course you do get the swivel. So okay movement at the waist and the abdomen right there. Now for the arms here, it's similar to the SH Figure Arts Iron Man. You can shift the arms out, as you can see right there, so you do get more movement out of the arms. So we do have a beautiful circular motion out of the shoulder right there, and then the arms really don't go out to the sides too much because of how the shoulder is sculpted. Even if you try to tuck it under the shoulder right there, you really can't get the arm out too far. You're gonna have to like move it outward in order to get his arm out like that. So that might be a little disappointing to some people, but it does go up and down. We don't have bicep swivel. It is built in to the shoulder right there, so some people might not be too happy about that, including myself. But if they did do a bicep swivel, it would look weird the way it would be cut, you know what I mean? So we do get a double jointed elbow that bends in pretty much all the way, so that is definitely good. And then we do have a ball hinge on the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, you can get them to drop down a tiny bit, and RoboCop can kick forward pretty much 90 degrees, which is good. Goes to the back almost 90 degrees, and he cannot Jean-Claude Van Damme it because of the way the hips are sculpted right there. You really can't get his legs to go out that far, maybe about 45 degrees or a little bit less, so really not the best outward movement. You do get a tiny bit of thigh swivel, and then we do have single jointed knees that bend back 90 degrees, so that is definitely good. And then the ankles here, or these pieces, the pistons, it's on a ball peg where it connects into the calf, and then it's also on a ball peg where it connects to the heel, and then it can go up and down as well, which is really cool the way they did that there. Then the ankles here, you do get the swivel. They do hinge up pretty good amount, don't really hinge down that well, and then really bad ankle pivot with this RoboCop. I feel like they could have worked in better ankle pivot. That's just really bad pivot, man. Not too happy about that. But overall, for the way this character is designed and the way it's sculpted, I think the articulation was worked in pretty good. I wish some points were better than what we really got, but I mean, it's alright, and you're going to be able to get him into some decent RoboCop-like poses, and I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the MAFEX ROBOCOP. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd definitely have to give it an 8.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did have mine imported from Japan from Ami, but my buddy from Agelessgeeks did just get this in stock, so you can head over to Agelessgeeks.com, or I would recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook group. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. Top to say RoboCop like how it died. I was trying to say does and did, and that's what came out. Sage Mode Naruto, the Mafex. Damn it. A left pointing hand, and then we do get a right thingy hand. You just gotta pull it off. Come on, you bastard. There we go, you just pull it. Damn it. Let's get this figure open to take it. Let's get this figure open to top of the. Let's get this figure open to top of the. Oh, damn you.